Hi everyone, it's Amber from The Sensible Mama, and today I have a highly requested video. Ever since I came out with my video for the KeriKit Lennox in the beautiful sand color, a whole bunch of you have wanted to see a video comparing this bag to my Lily Jade Meggan. And of course you would want to see that because these bags are highly similar in a lot of ways, but they also have a lot of differences. So my goal today is not to tell you which one of these you need to have. Instead, I'm going to try to do what you would probably do if you were shopping and could hold both of these in person. I'm going to go feature by feature and just talk about how these bags compare and contrast, so that hopefully by the end of the video, if you're looking to spend in the $300 and more price range for a diaper bag, you'll know which one of these two is better for you. Okay, so first let's talk about the overall features of both of these bags. Both bags are 100% leather, not vegan leather, real leather. Both of them have a slightly pebbled finish to them, not nearly as pebbled as you might see on the Jujube Ever collection or the Itsy Ritsy Boss bag in Coffee and Cream. It's definitely a more smooth kind of leather. They're both extremely slouchy. As you can see, this one just slouches right up, and so does this one. Well, this one's a little full right now, so it doesn't slouch as well. But soft, supple leather. It has that beautiful leather smell to it as soon as you unbox it. So I feel like the leather quality overall is almost identical between these two bags. The only thing I would say is I feel that KeriKit maybe has a little bit more texture to the leather than Lily Jade, but of course they're both going to over time get nicer and nicer and slouchier and softer to the touch the more you use them. As you can see, both bags are very similar in height. I would say that the Lily Jade Meggan is just the tiniest bit taller. And of course, the Lennox is gonna slouch a little bit when you're wearing it hobo style, which I wanna say right up front, and we'll get into all this later. When you're wearing this hobo style, it does significantly minimize the amount of space that you have, because of course all this space up here is now slouching inward on the bag. So this is the way you'd want to wear this bag if you were looking for a lighter day out. But of course, if you needed tons of stuff packed in here, you might want to attach the messenger strap, which comes included, so that it doesn't hobo and it stays nice and big like this. And when I open it all the way this way, it's almost the exact same size as the Lily Jade Meggan. Now let's talk a little bit about the intended purpose of both of these bags. Lily Jade is known for having a fully convertible diaper bag. That means you can wear this tote style with the tote straps here. You can wear it backpack style if you use the included messenger strap through this top loop and attach it to the feet down at the bottom. This is how you turn this into a backpack. And if you want, you can also detach this and use it instead as a messenger strap. So you can wear this bag 3 different ways. You can never have it in all 3 modes at the same time, using only the straps that come with the bag. And what I mean by that is this strap here is what you use for your backpack strap and your messenger strap. So although you can wear it 3 different ways, you will have to move this strap around depending on how you want to wear it. So I think that that is really the biggest draw for the Lily Jade bags, is that they are fully convertible and can go backpack style. The KeriKit Lennox, on the other hand, is designed to create a seamless transition between motherhood, general fashion and style, and travel. And that's why this one is not fully convertible. This is created more for the mom who wants to be able to use one bag as a diaper bag, a purse for date night or just going out without the kids, and also for traveling as well. And so one thing that I want to point out is that when you have a bag that's going to go backpack style, you do have to attach feet here on the bottom, which a lot of people, I love this personally on my Lily Jade, but the thing is, if you're wanting to wear the Lily Jade as a date night bag or as just a mom bag, this can get in the way, and it does kind of change the aesthetic of the bag. So for someone who is looking for that bag that they can use really well as a diaper bag and a clutch or handbag and have it not look like it was ever intended to be a diaper bag, the Lennox is a great choice. You see that it does not have any of the D-rings down here at the bottom, so it does have that really seamless look. Now this bag does come with the short strap here that you can use to go messenger style. And while I'm here, let me answer a question that I've gotten from so many of you. This zipper across the top here is simply for aesthetic. It serves no purpose. In fact, you can unzip it and there's really nothing underneath there. So it's just for fashion, which I think is really pretty, but no, it serves no purpose. The Lennox does come with an included padded messenger strap, which I like to just toss down in the bag in case I do want to be more hands-free. I can of course put this on either one of the D-rings, put it on cross-body, and then I'm pretty much hands-free from there. Probably the biggest difference that you guys will want to know about between these two bags is that the Lily Jade Meggan comes with an insert. That means that the inside of this bag actually has, for the most part, no internal structure, and you put the insert in and that's what provides all the internal structure in the bag. The Lennox, on the other hand, does come with full internal structure to help you organize the bag, which I personally prefer. I do love my Meggan, but I tend to not use it with the insert, and I'll talk about why in a minute. But if you're the kind of person who loves inserts, you might prefer this bag because you do have the option of taking the insert in and out. If you don't love the inserts, you feel like they get smushed down in the bag, you might prefer a bag like this that has internal structure. I don't want this video to get crazy long, so instead of going into an in-depth review of both of these bags, I'm going to put some links down in the description box that go over in really good detail all of the different features of these bags. So if you want to see that, pause this video right now and go click those links down in the description box. What I'm going to do today instead is just walk through what things are similar and what things are different about these two bags. So first, let me scoop my Lennox aside and show you some of these features of the Meggan, and as I go, I'm going to compare it to the Lennox. One thing that I've always loved about the Lily Jade Meggan is this nice big mommy pocket here on the front. What I like about it is that no matter how full the Meggan is on the inside main compartment, this stays the same size. You don't lose any space in your mommy pocket, and I think that's really important because I think we all know it's terrible when you're trying to jam your phone down in there and even that won't fit because the rest of your bag is so full. So I do really love the mommy pocket on the Meggan, especially since everything can just slip right down in there. The Lennox, on the other hand, has two smaller pockets here on the front. They do get a little eaten into depending on how full this bag is on the inside, but they're still nice and roomy. You can fit plenty of things in there. I can fit my Jujube small set piece, which I use as a wallet, in one of them, and then I usually put my phone and my lip gloss and accessories and things like that in the other. These are a zip closure versus a snap closure here on the Meggan, so something to be mindful of as well. Now, I think for most people, one of the criticisms, if you will, of the Lily Jade Meggan is the external bottle pockets. They're just not great. I've seen a lot of people show that you can put a sippy cup in these side pockets, and I don't know what kind of voodoo they're doing, but I cannot get a sippy cup in there no matter how hard I try. I do like these pockets for things like my cell phone or my pill case or other little quick grab things, but to use it as a bottle pocket is just really, really hard. So when you're out with kids and they need a drink really fast, you do have to get into the bag in order to get a drink out. And for me personally, I struggle with that just a little bit, to be honest. The Lennox, on the other hand, does have bottle pockets on the outside. It also has internal bottle pockets, which I think is pretty great. So if you're wanting to use this bag more as a day out bag without the kids, you don't have to put anything in the external pockets. You can put them on the inside if you want to. But I do love that you have the option of putting your cups on the outside of the bag. Here you can see I have a Swell bottle in one and a Replay sippy cup in the other, and they fit really well. They are insulated and they are elastic, which means that they will stretch out a little bit and you can pop them back in if you don't want those to be seen from the outside of the bag. On the Meggan, that is the only external structure that you have. So you have the mommy pocket here on the front and these two side pockets. You don't have any other pockets anywhere on the bag. The rest of the structure is on the inside. On the Lennox, you do have one additional zipper pocket, which is back here. This is not felt lined like what you see on some diaper bags, but it does have waterproof lining. And this is something that I went back to the owner of KeriKit and found out about because a bunch of you had questions. All of the lining in this bag, from the bottle pockets to the slip pocket here to the internal lining, and yes, including the change pad and the multi-use pouch that comes with this bag, they are all waterproof. They're not PUL lined, so it's not gonna have like wet bag lining, but Keri explained to me that this fabric has been specially made to be waterproof and water resistant and fully wipeable, which, hallelujah, I didn't think that it was, and that was gonna be a big drawback for me of this bag. But thank goodness that's not the case. So you do have this one big zip pocket here on the back. I think this is a great place to put things that you're afraid of people snatching, like maybe a wallet or a cell phone, because it's up against your body and nobody can get to it. Now let's talk about packing the inside of the bag. I went ahead and packed these bags up pretty much identically so that I could show you and give you an idea of how they pack up. Now, one of my favorite ways to pack both of these bags is with a 12 little diapering clutch on the inside. So you can see in the Lennox, I've got it down in the bottom. This is where I put my diapers, wipes, change pad, and changes of clothes for both of my kids. So that way, if I need to make a really quick trip to the bathroom to do a diaper change, I can actually pull that right out of my bag and leave this big bag in the car, which we all know sometimes we just don't want to carry the big bag into the bathroom. So I've got my 12 little diapering clutch in there, as well as a few other odds and ends. I have 2 more pouches. One is a pouch by Crafty She Designs, and the other is a Jujube medium set piece. And I've also got wipes, formula, and bottles for both of my kids down in there. And as you can see, it's still packed up really nice and all organized, and that's all using the internal structure of the bag. Now again, I don't have the insert in my Lily Jade just because it's not my favorite. But as you can see, I do have the 12 little diapering clutch in there, as well as a Jujube Be Quick, a Jujube large set piece. And then because there's no external bottle pockets, there's no functional external bottle pockets on this bag, I do have my swell bottle and my sippy cup on the inside of the bag instead of on the outside like I have them on my Lennox. I'll say that as I pack these both up, I do feel that the Lily Jade Meggan is a little bit roomier. I just found myself having to stick more things in this bag just to make it fill up, the same as this one. So if you're looking for a little bit bigger bag, I do think the Meggan is going to be where it's at. My only problem with this is that because there's no internal structure, it is just a little bit harder to make things feel organized. So when I tilt both of these over, I don't know how easy it is to see from where you are, but this bag to me looks a lot more organized than this one. Everything's kind of in its place and it stays right where it belongs. Whereas with the Meggan, I just kind of feel like all my stuff is just like shoved down in there. And although it's still perfectly easy to get to all of my stuff, I'm not complaining about that. It just doesn't feel quite as organized as it does in the Lennox. To briefly touch on why I don't use the insert in the Lily Jade Meggan, it's not that it is not a great insert. It's actually fantastic. I use it in my Super Bee. I use it in my Logan and Lenora carry-all tote. I just don't love it inside of my Meggan, and the reason why is I feel like it kind of smushes. So although I can get things packed up really nicely in the insert, as I'm going about my day and I'm pulling things out and putting them back in, I'm constantly smushing the insert down into the bottom of the bag, and it gets really hard to pack it back up. So that's going to come down to personal preference. I have just reached a point where I prefer a bag with good internal structure than one that comes with an insert. But I think a lot of people would disagree and prefer an insert. Comes down to your personal choice. Let's quickly empty both of these bags out so that I can show you a little bit about the internal structure. All right, so here is the KeriKit Lennox. As you can see, you have one long zipper pocket that goes all the way across the back with a really nice zipper pull here. You also have a key leash, which this is kind of my only complaint about the inside of this bag, is that this does not have a clasp on it, which means that if you're going to attach your keys, you have to have a carabiner or some kind of clasp on your keys to attach it to this. It's a minor thing, but something that I just find it much more convenient if there's a clasp on here. On that same side with the long zipper pocket, you have 2 stretchy pockets here, which are great for putting your diapers, as well as a little bit smaller pocket right in front of that. On either side of the bag, you have stretchy insulated bottle pockets. So that's 4 total bottle pockets in the bag. And then on the other side, this is my favorite feature by far. On the other side, you have this long closure here, and you can see how wide and deep that is. So you can leave this unbuttoned, and it just creates one big space where you can put a nice big change pad like the one that comes with the bag. You can put like a really big wet bag back there if you want to, and you have all of this space right here. What I kind of prefer to do though is snap this shut, and then you actually get 2 small pockets. So there you can see I've created my 2 small pockets there, and I call them small, but they're actually quite big. Here is a large pouch by Crafty She Designs. This thing is huge, and it will fit in one of these. And here's a medium set piece by Jujube, packed very full, and that fits down in there no problem as well. You can also fit a large Jujube set piece in there, and just about anything else you can think of. So I think that in terms of versatility, that's one of my favorite features. Now, once these are empty, they are fully leather, so they're gonna slouch a lot. As you can see, this is slouching down majorly because there's nothing in there, and that's something to know about leather bags. They don't stand up very well on their own. Here is my Lily Jade Meggan, and as I mentioned, there's just no internal structure in here. You do get one long zipper across the back, which is great for things that you wanna kind of hide away in your bag, and you do get a key leash, which does have a clasp on it, which I think is great. The only other pockets that you have in this bag are two very short ones right here. You have one that's probably about the size for a cell phone, and another that's probably just thick and deep enough for, I don't know, putting some lip gloss in there or some makeup tools or things like that. But everything else is expected to go in the insert in the bag or packing with pouches on the inside. The one last thing that I want to hit on before I go, and I think this is going to be a big deal to a lot of people, is that how do these two bags close? The Lily Jade Meggan has a really nice buttery zipper. I love the zippers on the Lily Jade bags. There's just nothing quite as buttery as these are. So you do get a really nice zip closure on here, which means you can toss this bag around, it can go upside down, and nothing is going to come out of it, which I think is going to be important to a lot of moms, especially moms with really little ones who are seriously on the go and you're chasing kiddos. You need everything to feel nice and secure in there. The Lennox does not come with a zip closure. This actually comes with a magnetic closure, and I will say this is a nice, strong magnet for sure. But when this bag is packed up really full and you wear it hobo style, it does come undone. So I think one thing to keep in mind is this is a great bag if you are not planning on chasing your kiddo around somewhere like at the park. If you have it sort of modestly packed, I can still pack this for a full day out with both of my kids and the magnetic closure will stay shut, but it's not a zipper. Things will fall out if you put this bag upside down. So just something to keep in mind when you're thinking about these two bags. Overall, here would be my suggestion of why you would want to go with either of these two bags. If you need full rough and tumble functionality, meaning that you can go tote style, over the shoulder, crossbody, or backpack style, if you need a bag that can go upside down and have everything not fall out, you might prefer this bag. The downside is going to be you don't have great internal structure, so you might have to pack with pouches all the time with this bag or use the insert. And you don't have great bottle pockets, so bottles are gonna have to go on the inside of the bag. And I feel like for moms on the go, that's gonna be a little bit of a problem. If you're looking for high fashion, a bag that can go with you from motherhood to fashion to travel, and you're looking for something that looks far less like a diaper bag, I think this will be the choice for you. This one does have the external bottle pockets, which is a big deal to me, but I love that you can kind of smush these into the bag and hide them away, and it does look like a handbag instead. This is gonna be for those moms maybe who have a few less kids and are packing a little bit less, or perhaps for moms who like to have a nice, stylish day out bag that they can wear just for the essentials and dress up really nice and look like they have a cute handbag on instead of a diaper bag. This one definitely looks a lot less like a diaper bag than this one does. Both of these, when they're fully packed, have room in the top to put either a planner or a jacket or a swaddle blanket or even a ring sling. So that's something to know about both. You can't go wrong with either on that note. So you guys, I think that's gonna conclude this review and comparison video. If you do have any other questions, please feel free to leave them in the comments down below. I'm gonna be really on top of the comments in these videos about the KeriKit bag because I know you guys have a ton of questions and you need them answered before you make a decision. So with all that said, love ya, mean it always, mwah, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.